What's going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. Let's get into Yoel Romero versus Phil Davis. Now, these guys are competing Bellator MMA this weekend. I think it's a great fight. Let's dive into it. All right, so starting with Yoel Romero, the Soldier of God, 44 years old, 5'10", 73-inch reach, mixed martial arts record, 13 wins, 5 losses. He is a highly decorated wrestler, Olympic caliber. I mean, numerous medals and world championships, international competitions, regarded as probably one of the best athletes to ever compete in mixed martial arts, just a genetic freak. Scary individual. Romero has great defensive wrestling. He's developed his striking over the years to be very formidable, mostly due to his explosiveness and his raw power. Yoel can knock you out with any limb. He's super tough, elite competitor, overall a handful for anybody across from him. Currently, Yoel is on a 3-fight losing skid, but he lost to the best guys and elites: Robert Whitaker, Paulo Costa, Israel Adesanya. And truthfully, all of those fights were controversial. Many people believe Yoel won those fights. Strong arguments, especially the Whitaker fight. Moving on to Phil Davis, 36 years old, 6'2", 79-inch reach. His mixed martial arts record, 22 wins, 6 losses, 1 no contest. Phil also has a heavy wrestling background, NCAA Division I wrestler, gold medalist in 2008, gold medalist in the Big Ten championships. Not as decorated as Yoel, however. Talk about freak athletes. Phil Davis, another superb athlete. I mean, just look at his physique. Phil lost his last fight to Nemkov. Before that, he was on a 3-fight win streak. One of those wins, Lyoto Machida via split decision. Now, as far as Phil's fight style, it is wrestling based, but he does mix it up. His striking has come along as well. I wouldn't necessarily say it's as dangerous as Yoel Romero's striking, but he's effective. He can hurt you and he can stop you with strikes, for sure. Alright guys, so the matchup, really quick. How could this fight play out in that Bellator cage? Well, there's some factors at play here. For one, age. Yoel Romero is 44, Phil Davis is 36, undeniably the younger man, based on black and white numbers, but age in many respects is just a number. It's how you're performing, how your body responds, how it heals. Are the reflexes still there? Is the speed still there? And Yoel Romero is not your typical 44-year-old. That man is truly a freak of nature. But where the gap kind of closes a little bit, Phil Davis is a phenomenal athlete himself, and he's flat out younger on paper. Do I think Yoel being 44 is going to be a huge disadvantage? Not really. Let's talk about cardio and conditioning. I'm definitely going to give the cardio and conditioning to Phil Davis. I think overall he's a better conditioned athlete. I think there's this myth out there that Yoel Romero gasses all the time. He really doesn't, but it kind of like depends how the fight goes. If he's able to dictate the pace, he does very well. He can manage his cardio well. One fight that was non-stop from the get-go to the end was Romero versus Costa. That was a high-pace, high-energy fight, and it went to decision. With Yoel Romero's muscle mass, his build, that's very impressive. Granted, he was tired at the end. That's definitely something that Phil Davis could exploit, the cardio. He can try to make Yoel Romero work, initiate grappling. I think Davis's physicality, the wrestling skill he has himself, he definitely could give Yoel issues in the wrestling department, especially if Yoel ages overnight. If he comes in old, he's going to have issues. Striking, the more dangerous man is Yoel Romero, hands down. I feel like there's more of a chance of Yoel knocking Phil Davis out than the other way around. Flat out horsepower and strength, I got to go with Yoel, but cardio and conditioning comes into play. Phil Davis is very strong. It's not a huge gap. This is a great fight, guys. It's very, very close. I mean, I'm going to go with Yoel 55-45, just based off of that power, the X factor of the knockout on the feet. I think at some point in the fight, it is possible Yoel catches Phil Davis, hurts him really bad, and finishes him. But if Phil's able to survive the earlier rounds, if he's able to keep the fight high pace, make Yoel work, he could wear him out, get a TKO himself. But I think Yoel gets the job done. I do think he beats Phil Davis, even at 44, 55-45. Yoel Romero. Possible decision, but I think most likely a stoppage. Those are my thoughts on that fight. Quick thoughts. You guys let me know in the comment section who takes this matchup and why. Would love to read your thoughts. If this is your first time at the channel and you enjoy the content, consider hitting that subscribe button, guys. Like and share helps the channel grow. You guys are the best for that. And until the next one, take care. Enjoy the fight. We'll talk about it after.